I'm going to demonstrate several interrupted patterns on the L uterus model. So you'll recall when handling the skin that we want to avoid pinching across the skin. This provides bruising in our live patient. So instead, as you go through the video, you'll see me maybe push down gently or up gently on the skin with the thumb forceps closed. So as I place the first pattern we're going to show you is a simple interrupted. So for this pattern, I'm going to come 5 millimeters back from the cut edge, pass the needle down through the skin, and then come up straight across 5 millimeters back from the cut edge. And then I'm going to go ahead and tie my suture. So I'm going to tie 4 square throws. And because I'm using nylon, it's going to tighten on second and third throws, not on the first throw. And then I'm going to cut my tags at approximately 1 to 2 centimeters in length. This is because I have to go back and retrieve these sutures later to remove them, so I want long enough tails to be able to do that. You'll see that the tissue is just opposed, but not too tight, so it's not overlapping, crinkling, or excessively tight. The next pattern I'm going to demonstrate is a cruciate suture. So this pattern starts out the same way. We're going to come about 5 millimeters back from the cut edge, and do the same on the near side. But instead of tying a knot here like we did for the simple interrupted, we're going to come about 8 to 10 millimeters down and actually take a second pass. And then we're going to tie to the initial tail end, and this is going to give us an X-shaped suture, hence why it's called a cruciate suture. An appropriately tied cruciate suture is approximately as wide as it is tall. The next pattern that we're going to show you, the next two, are the vertical and horizontal mattress pattern. These two patterns require that you reverse the direction of the needle and the needle drivers for your second passive suture. So for your vertical mattress, we're going to come back about 8 to 10 millimeters, so farther from the cut edge. And then we're going to do the same on the near side, 8 to 10 millimeters back from the cut edge. Then in this pattern, I reverse the direction of the needle drivers, the needle and the needle drivers, and I backhand. So I come about 3 to 4 millimeters back from the cut edge, or you can think about it as splitting the distance between the initial bite and the cut edge. And then I do the same on the near side. Then when I tie these together, you'll see on either side of the incision that it looks like just a straight line pointing towards the incision. You want a decent amount of distance between the in and the out here so that this little leg stays above the tissue and doesn't cut into it. The next pattern I'm going to demonstrate is a horizontal mattress. So in this pattern, I'm going to come 5 millimeters back from the cut edge, pass the needle through the tissue, and come up 5 millimeters from the cut edge on the near side. Like the other mattress tissue, suture, the vertical mattress, I am going to reverse the direction of the needle and the needle drivers to take my second pass. In this case, I'm going to come about 5 millimeters down from the first bite and about 5 millimeters back from the cut edge to pass the needle back through. And I'm going to match that bite on the far side as well. So you see in the horizontal mattress, the line is parallel to your initial incision line. The vertical and horizontal mattress are everting sutures. That means if you over tighten them, the tissue will actually come upwards or evert. So we want to bring those just to apposition, but not over tighten them. And the last pattern I'm going to show you today is a variation on a vertical mattress that's designed specifically for uses where there's tension on closure. So these are the far near variations, and there's several of them. There's the far far near near, a far near near far. Whichever one you choose to tie, the directions are actually contained within the name. So today I'm going to tie a far near near far. So that means my first bite is going to be far from the cut edge, so that's going to be 8 to 10 millimeters back. Going to come up in the middle, and then I chose a far near near far, so that means my next bite will be near. So I'm going to come up about 3 to 4 millimeters back from the cut edge. That's going to be my first pass. Unlike the vertical mattress, I do not reverse the direction of the needle in the needle drivers. My second pass for a far near near far is near. So I'm going to come back about 3 or 4 millimeters from the cut edge for the next bite. And then the last one is far, so I'm going to come back about 8 to 10 millimeters from the cut edge for my very last bite. And what this gives us when we pull it down is something that comes in the top, comes across the incision, and comes out the bottom for a far near near far. And now I'm going to go ahead and tie my 4th rows. And cut my suture. The far near variations are very good tension relieving sutures. So whether you do a far near near far or far far near near, these are helpful at bringing together skin edges when they're a bit far apart. So these are the interrupted sutures we'd like you to be able to tie: the simple interrupted, cruciate, vertical mattress, horizontal mattress, and then the far near variations.